Hey, what's up, guys? It's Combat Saturday, and today's topic is all about breaking predictable patterns. Okay, now people tend to always like to, um, use the same number of strikes in their combos. It's very common. You see, I mean, there will be some variations, but you'll see people will often do two, threes, or fours. Like they'll group things together in two, threes, and fours. Okay, and you see they tend to like that. All right, and they'll do it a lot. Okay, you watch people, you'll see, and that's okay. You have your preferences, but you need to be willing to you need to understand that people can pick up on that, and if they see you always doing that, it's very easy to get hit, and someone can watch a pattern and see because human beings inherently look for patterns. That's why when they hear music, you hear a boom, 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 right? You hear right. Human being, you'll naturally try and find a rhythm, try and find a pattern. Okay, so the same thing will happen in combat. All right, and this applies to in the ring or in the street. Okay, it's the same thing. All right. The only thing is that in the street, it's going to be over a lot faster. Okay. Generally speaking, the person who gets the first hit is going to win. But anyway, that's a different thing entirely. All right. So how can we try to break this up? There's a drill that I do. I stole part of this from the Bass Rutan, and some of this I got from my own stuff too. And that's using a number system. The number system is not. It's not the same system where each strike is assigned to a certain number. That's a different system entirely. Okay, like a jab is a one, a straight rear is a two, a left hook is a three. That's a different kind of number system. It only goes one to four, and it refers to the number of strikes you're doing. Which strikes they are, that doesn't matter. It can be anything. It can be hands, fist, palm, elbow, kick. It doesn't matter. Okay, it's just number of strikes you're throwing. Okay. Then you will break it up with some kind of a defensive move, and then you'll do a couple of more follow-up punches. All right. So you're going like one punch, defend, 1, 2. Okay. Two punches, defend, 1, 2. Three punches, defend, 1, 2. Four punches, defend, 1, 2. Okay. I'm just using punch as an example. Like I said, any strike can work. Okay. And as far as the defend goes, any kind of defensive move, you've got head movement, you've got footwork, stepping, you've got blocks, and you've got parries. Okay, all of them work, and you can do any one of them. Okay, but for today's example, we're just going to stick with punches and a slip. Okay, keep things really, really simple. We don't want to make things too complicated. But remember, in your own practice, you can you use any movement you want to. And this is a great way to train the various defensive movements. You just decide beforehand which movement am I going to work on, which technique am I going to work on, and stick with that. And you're going to have to work within the confines of that. So if I'm going to slip, for example, if I'm slipping here or I'm slipping here, the follow-up is going to be different, right? So those two punches after the defensive movement, they won't always be the same. It depends on which way you are and what you're doing. So it makes you think. So you're breaking the rhythm, and you have to think. Okay. So as an example, let's use punches and slipping as the defensive move. So we're gonna do one, defend, and then 1, 2. So I'm gonna go one, defend, 1, 2. Okay, that's the first one. Now I'm gonna go 1, 2, defend, 1, 2. Right. Now I'm going 1, 2, 3. Defend, 1, 2, right? And then they're going to go, right? Well, I mean, these are just examples here. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, defend, right? 1, 2, right? So see that's the way that you could make it work, okay? And see how you have to be aware of the way your body's weighted. So if I just did like a 1, 2, right? I would slip this way, okay? Now I could also dip and then pivot. I could do that too. I could 1, 2, dip, pivot. I could do that too. I could also roll, right? I could also 1, 2 block, right? 1, 2, 1. I could do that too. 1, 2 pak sao pivot. 1, 2 parry pivot. Bang bang, right? I could do that too. All these things can work. Okay. Just remember that you're learning a formula here. This is a combo formula. So you can insert whatever you want to in each section. So we got the 1, 2, 3, 4 strikes, right? And then break it up. with some kind of defensive move and a couple of follow-ups. Okay, and this is good too for coaches who are teaching classes, and if you want to have if you're not sure what combos to do, how to do it, this can be a good way to set up as well. Okay, now I would say that for a beginner class, you wouldn't want to teach this because it's pretty tough. Because I mean, if you're in this position, you have to know, you have to be able to feel how your body is weighted, and I mean, unless you've been doing it for a little while, you won't have those feelings. Okay, so I say it's more of an intermediate to an advanced drill. Okay, at least not for a raw beginner. For a beginner, you want to just do each section and break it up. But doing these combos and stringing them together, you could potentially go longer as well. But I would only do one break. So what I mean is that I would do 1, 2, 3, defend 1, 2, and then move around a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, defend 1, 2, move around a little bit. 1, 2, defend, move, and then 1, 1, 2, move around. 1, defend, 1, 2, move around a bit. That's how I would realistically do it. Okay, but if you just sit here 1, 2, 3, defend 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, defend 1, 2, it's it starts becoming too unrealistic. Okay, string together two combos, and that's about it. Because believe me, your opponent is going to do something. Okay, and even looking at it from a fitness standpoint, not even a practical standpoint, but a fitness standpoint, if you're always staying in one spot and you're not moving enough, you're going to get too tense. Okay, after a combo's done, you kind of move around a bit. It gives you a chance to kind of think and breathe, and you're not relaxing totally, but you're letting go of some of the tension that you might have when you're actually hitting stuff. Okay, so anyway, yeah. But remember too, like I said before, right? These it doesn't have to be punches. It can be strikes too. It can be kicks or whatever. So who to say I couldn't go 1, 2, elbow, or something like that, right? That's fine. But anyway, you get the idea, right? I mean, you could do them longer as well. You could do 5 if you want to. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, defend 1, 2, 3. You could do that too. Okay, I'm just using 4 as an example. Okay, but I would say though, you really wouldn't want to do a consecutive combo of much more than 4 strikes. I'd say maximum 5. I don't know. Any more than that starts getting too unrealistic, because you're gonna have to step or something, because you unless you're hitting a punching bag that doesn't move, a human being will move. Okay, so I'd say more than that is not very realistic. Okay, so anyways, remember that. Okay, one hit, defend 1, 2. 2 hits, defend 1, 2. 3 hits, defend 1, 2. 4 hits, defend 1, 2. Okay, use that pattern and insert whatever strikes you want to put in, insert whatever defense you want to put in, and then insert whatever follow-up you want to put in. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, this drill I found to be really, really helpful. Okay, and it's we're not reinventing the wheel here. This is just a different take on training methods which you're already doing probably. Okay, but it helps to kind of break up the predictable patterns. Okay, so anyways, you have any questions? Let me know. Any comments? Let me know, and talk to you guys soon. Okay.